Hello everyone, welcome back to the Final Fantasy Tactics walkthrough. We've got a little bit of, I believe a bit of story to get through here first, before any type of battling. If there's any battling. I feel like there should be. This would be a pretty long 8-minute, well it's only about an 8-minute video, but I would be surprised if there wasn't any battling in it, but we'll see. Alright, so returning obviously back to the castle here, Igros Castle. Alright, so obviously Dystarg happy with our work. And, alright, so Ram's obviously concerned about Tita. And here, alright, so Wygruff will be caught. It's just a matter of time. Tita, are you deserting Tita? Wow, gosh, I can't read this morning. We won't attack until Tita's returned. I'd never abandon her. She's like a sister to me. So there he does confirm, I mean, obviously that they're kind of on the case, but I don't think, yeah, Delita's not going to be too happy about that. He's essentially just said, you know, wait, we're taking care of everything, but, you know, obviously Delita is probably not going to be real happy with that. Alright. So, Delita obviously pretty emotional here. And here comes Algus. So here it's actually really weird how Algus is so confrontational with Delita. I mean, so for one thing, obviously he's, you know, a noble and completely looks down on anyone who isn't. So that's one thing, but he's also super insensitive to the fact that, you know, Delita's sister's been kidnapped. So, I don't know. It seems like the guy just has no empathy. That's exactly the point. Don't act like friends. You're the son of a distinguished family, and you cannot be with him. I'm sure your brothers would agree with me. Okay, if you say so. Yeah, so I can only imagine Delita would be extremely upset at this point. Not only does Dystarg say basically just wait, and then Algus really has to just stick it to him and kind of rub it in. Do your best, you spoiled rotten boy. So, and then obviously Algus is not happy with the fact that Rams has essentially picked, you know, commoners over, really over him. So, okay, so now we've got a couple of more points on the map. I'm going to save my game here. I didn't want to get into a random encounter on the Lenalia Plains. I just kind of wanted to keep going with the playthrough, so... So that being said, if I would have got into an encounter there on Lenalia Plains, I would have wanted to reset my game so that I could have passed over it without that happening. And if I remember correctly here, oh, I'm sorry, you know what? And then I completely forgot about this cutscene. So this time, as you cross the plains, you can't get into a random encounter because this cutscene triggers instead. So I actually forgot about that. So that wasn't necessarily a worry that, well, it wasn't something I needed to be worried about. Okay, so obviously we are here on the Lenalia Plain, or Lenalia Plains. Alright, so obviously they're having a little chat here about the things, obviously what Elgus said. So yeah, alright, so Delita's feeling a little down. Which makes sense. Now here, I'm not 100% sure if Delita is saying, he's saying, do you remember when Father taught us how to play the reed flute? I don't know if he's speaking about Balbane's or like his biological father. I'm not sure. I guess I'm not sure that it actually really matters though either. But it is... I guess it's more more of a scene there to show that they've been friends obviously for a long time, and they have obviously some things in common. Or you know, or maybe just that the fact that they grew up together. So I guess it doesn't really matter. But all right. Anyways, I'm gonna check out here what was any, or if there was anything new in the shops, which there wasn't. And then I'm going to go through the rumors. Alright, so it turns out the King Amdolia is not doing so well. You know, the rumor actually keeps changing, you know, as time passes on. So here it says, it was relieved a main group of the Death Corps. The thieves were close to the annihilation due to the joint effort by the 4 groups of the Knights. Wygriff, the leader of the Death Corps, is yet to be apprehended, but the Hokutin stated apparently that they're getting closer or something like that. And then here's the rumor on the attempted murder of Lord Dystarg. Yeah, nothing really that we didn't know already here. Okay. So those are the new rumors, or old rumors, and some information that we already knew. Okay. This is a little odd. I've got a cut here in my footage, and I'm not sure why. Huh. Okay. Yeah, that's weird. I'm not really sure why I had that cut there. Okay. Well, let's try this again. Alright, so the Lenalia Plateau, this battle is actually pretty interesting. Oh, I know what happened there. I had actually not brought in all the troops that I could have. I actually didn't notice that I could have brought all 4 of my dancers in, and I think I had actually accidentally started that battle. The battle too quickly. So I was like, oh, might as well restart. To be honest, I very easily could have finished off this battle without it, or without that 4th dancer, but it's okay. Alright, so here's Maluda once again. Obviously a familiar face. It's blocked here too. There is no way out. So obviously we are pursuing the Death Corps troops. And I'm not sure why it took me so long to get through this dialogue, but apparently I was focused on something else. But, alright, anyways. Hopefully this gets going. It should anyways. Yeah, here we go. Alright, we might as well surrender. And she says, I'd rather die here than get taken prisoner. Okay. She really doesn't want to be taken prisoner. Besides, if we get caught, we'll be executed. Fighting is the only way out. Alright, so defeat Maluda, obviously, is the victory condition here. And if we did it once, I'm sure we can do it again. I'm just gonna yell the whole time with Ramza. Wow, level 50 already, so that should give you an idea of how much time I've got put into this already. Way too much, but to be honest, I really enjoy the battle system in this game, so that is why I've spent so much time on it. But alright, so I'm going to start dancing here and stick all my dancers in the back. And I'm just going to go right for the damage dance right off the bat. I don't think I'm bothered messing around with slowing anyone down. Alright, so where is Wygriff? Where did you hide Tita? I mean that Bilv Golgaros. Golagaros? It's pointless to hold her hostage. Please return my sister. What about you? Will you nobles give back all you took from us? We're only asking you to return what you took from us in the first place, but no, you just keep talking, forcing us to retaliate, sorry. Just give up. There's no reason to return her. So obviously Delita here is in a really tight spot. I mean, for one thing, Tita is not even a noble. Unfortunately, she's associated with the Beowulf family, and thus, obviously, she was kidnapped, which Alma would have been kidnapped as well, if not for Zalbag's timely intervention. But again, now going back to Delita, it's really putting him in a tough spot here because obviously he cares about his sister a lot, and by mere association with the Beowulf family, basically, you know, his sister was kidnapped, and now, I mean, even having Delita traveling around with Ramza, there's some obvious connections between him and the Beowulf family. So again, it really puts him in a tight spot because now it's almost like he's got the disadvantage of being a noble, but he's not actually a noble himself, so he's not getting any of the privileges that go along with it. So again, that's got to be obviously really frustrating for him. And I mean, I guess he's just doing what he's got to do now to try to get his sister back. So interesting turn of events here. And then Maluda, unfortunately, I feel like Maluda's kind of part in the story is like, I don't know if I want to, we'll say, I think it almost feels tragic because, you know, she just wants essentially a better life, and you know, has felt obviously oppressed by nobles, and so by kind of lashing out and fighting for kind of equality, I guess I would say, that's put her obviously in a really rough spot. And I mean, she makes really good points, like especially in the previous encounter with her, you know, saying that, hey, we're not animals, we're people just like you. And Delita even mentions it too. He's like, yeah, I don't see why we're enemies. I don't, like, he didn't see her as one, which, you know, makes makes a lot of sense. Obviously, he's not a noble, and he certainly doesn't feel the same way Elgis does. Neither does Ramza, obviously. Otherwise, I'm sure he would be taking a different route. But again, I feel it's so crummy that it ends up kind of turning out this way, because I would almost say if Ramza was a little bit of a better person at this point in the game, he potentially could have prevented this outcome. I'm not sure. Maybe that's wishful thinking or naive, but you know, based on his, I guess, position, I would have said that you know, maybe he would have been able to do something. But again, now, you know, he's the youngest of 3 brothers. Probably doesn't have a whole lot of say in kind of what goes on. But all right, so here Maluda, I'm a deathcore soldier, I'll never run away. And here he does appeal to her one last time to put the sword away, and we'll talk. Which, I mean, so to be honest, he made an effort here, but Maluda, unfortunately, it seems like she was a little too, or she's been burned a little too many times in the past, and unfortunately just doesn't trust Ramza. So again, a really unfortunate you know, turn of events, or how things turned out. All right. Why? What went wrong? Yeah, so obviously Delita's not doing so great right now. Okay, that's it though. That is a victory, as crummy as that feels. Yeah, so we'll just have to continue on, unfortunately. But I'm actually out of time here, so I'm going to cut the commentary. But I hope this guide was helpful, and as always, hope you join me for more videos. All right, thanks for watching.